is Ashley?
That's Sarah.
Like,
I got all that
I don't know.
in my
Science.
This is week 14.
1940s?
41.
All green. Was my valley.
Yeah. It wasn't green because it was shot in black and white.
Second of all, it looks like District 12 from the Hunger Games.
One of the main characters' names is Hugh. And you see him as like a child throughout the whole movie. But he's narrating the movie as an adult.
Mm-hmm.
So you have him as an adult speaking over everything that's going on to him about what's going on with him as a child. And they're a Welsh family in a coal mining town. And then, but you wouldn't even know that because he freaking narrates for like...
Well, it takes 18 minutes to get it even into like any kind of story, but it's just him narrating, and this is like one of the most difficult movies for me to watch.
I am packing my belongings in the shawl my mother used to wear when she went to the market.
I'm packing my belongings in the shawl my mother used to wear when she went to the market.
And I am going from my valley.
And I am going from my valley.
This time I shall never return.
And this time I shall never return.
I am leaving behind me my 50 years of memory.
I am leaving behind me my 50 years of memory. And his voice isn't exciting.
Hold on, he's still talking.
Memory.
Memory.
Strange that the mind will forget so much of what only this moment has passed.
Strange that the mind will forget so much of what only this moment has passed.
And yet hold clear and bright the memory of what happened years ago.
And yet hold clear and bright the memory of what happened years ago.
Of men and women long since dead.
Of men and women long since dead. So that's how that movie starts.
He just narrates and he remembers looking back on like how he grew up. And like his dad and his 5 older brothers, how they work in the coal mine.
The Morgans.
And how he kind of like looks up to them and thinks, like in a way, he's all like, oh, well, they made their earnings and he's...
Well, he respects them. His the first thing I noticed, and one of the most positive things, was like, I noticed the dad runs a tight ship, like tight home, and I dig it. But
the coal mine as a whole becomes like a conflict for the story.
The story and the family, because it's the beginning of, this is before unions. It's set in the 40s. I think it's set in the 40s. Actually, they never really say.
They never specified.
And part of the movie is there's a strike in it. So, but they were still striking. They struck.
They struck. I don't know.
No.
No.
They went on strike.
Yeah, they went on strike. You wouldn't be like, oh, they struck.
They
like
struck
lightning.
last week.
They didn't.
Did you hear that they struck in Chicago?
Hey, did you hear that they struck us? They freaking struck
laborers.
us.
There is nothing funny in this movie. There's no humor.
The only other part of this movie that would be considered like somebody might really enjoy would maybe be like the love story, not love story between his sister and the preacher.
Which is the other big storyline. It's like scandalous preacher, which they don't even do anything, right?
No, because he says I'm gonna leave the church. You guys are all about these rumors. I'm trying to stay here in this town, help you guys out, be your fucking preacher, and you guys are bagging on me. And I told that girl to leave. I told her to go get married to the other dude. He like gave her up.
And she goes and gets married, and she's miserable.
Yeah, he gave her up. He thought he was doing the right thing.
Gave up love.
Then all these people want to just gossip and freaking.
It just wasn't. It was. I wasn't a fan of the movie at all.
I really like Maureen O'Hara. I think she's amazing. The sister. The woman that plays the sister. I've seen her in other movies.
Yes?
And yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And she's an amazing actress.
Really...
And
well,
she's really...
pretty.
She's not, like, pretty like the girl from last week was pretty.
Yeah.
Like, she's, like... Like, I wouldn't... like, most girls I would be like, I'll take them to a picnic. This girl, I would actually spring for dinner.
I get you. She was cute or whatnot, but like obviously the character in the movie would just like drive.
Obviously, yeah. It's
like I watched like 1 hour and then like another hour another day.
Yeah, it's a very dry movie. Really, I don't really have anything else to add to the storyline of this movie. It's just this.
It's real basic.
this kid telling the story of how he grew up and his
how
family.
green.
And how green his
valley
valley was. Past tense. The director of this film, he was the first director to win 3 Best Director Oscars. And then he also won another one after this.
I guess the way it was like filmed, like the overall movie is like crap, but directing is a whole different category too. So it could be shots. Like I feel like the way it flowed, and I don't remember being like, oh, that was a cool shot or that was a cool clip. But I mean, the way he put the story together,
yeah. If he would have shot it differently, it probably would have dragged on a lot
even
longer.
more. Yeah, I give that.
Oh, and then they planned to film this movie in Wales because
they're too expensive.
No. They actually couldn't because the start of World War II. It was already in England, so they couldn't do it in Wales.
I did not care for this movie. I will never watch it again, and I won't tell anybody to watch it. There's some movies that we're watching right now that I wish we had a class to go to, and there's a teacher that was like, yes, this movie was pretty terrible in your eyes, but it did this, it did this, it did this, it accomplished this had never happened on screen, like things like that. Those things where you can only get in a classroom. So this is once again no credentials whatsoever, so it's a layman's person's review.
It's basically an uneducated opinion on movies.
Well, I mean, we're smart. We're educated.
We're educated, but we're uneducated in...
There's no background. We have no, history.
Yeah.
So, rating? What are you going to give it?
Okay, well, because it's based in Wales, I went with a British actress, Kate Winslet.
Heyo.
Heyo.
She's skinny enough for you, too. A good body frame.
No, she's got curves. We've seen them.
What?
Kate Winslet. In movies.
Oh, I'm thinking of Keira Knightley.
I'm like, what are you talking about? She's been naked in numerous movies.
I was thinking of Keira Knightley. Oh. Would you agree that Keira Knightley doesn't have curves?
I don't mind what curves she has.
Right, but I mean, compared to Kate Winslet. Two different body frames.
Definitely.
Ooh, yes. Alright, I beg you. Love Kate. She's a hottie for show with some curves.
Alright, yeah, so...
Glad we're on the same page.
And I'm gonna have to go... I'm gonna be the gracious one this week. I'm gonna go with 2 Kate Winslets.
Okay. I am literally gonna give this a 1. Like, if somebody was like, okay, you've watched 13 or 14 of these so far, which ones, rank them? This is absolutely 1. And I'll leave 0 as an option too, 0 O's. But I'm gonna put this for sure at a 1. It was really hard to watch. Wrap up. Last week I talked about going to Universal Studios with my sister, and I wanted to show us on the ride. I don't know if that'll come out, but we rode the Mummy and it was a good time. And I want to make use of my 2 for $25 souvenir photos.
You got
My face might have been really, you might have to do some cropping there. Either way, that, and then I had some friends hook it up, didn't have to do a damn thing. They got a boat, a little pontoon boat, went out to the lake, got super tan / burnt all up on my back. And that's what I did.
I didn't go to the lake.
You're working.
I was working. And
That's fine.
on a Saturday. I'm stupid. I don't
Have
work
you done
on
anything else?
Nope. I just
Super boring week.
I just worked.
It's hot.
I worked.
That's all.
And we got into the over 100 degrees this week, so it's been toasty. It's been really warm.
I love AC.
And I'm really glad I work from home. So.
Our week was as boring as this movie.
Word. Alright, guys.
We're out. This is Ashley.
That's Sarah. Alright. Later.